I tell you that every week we have some type of problem with the camera, with the editing, with YouTube, this week ain't no different. I really be trying to get it out by Thursday morning. I really do. We're going to keep trying. We're going to keep trying.
She got that rich girl, LA vibe. She with big good in her daddy's 95. Rough sex on the bedroom floor. Hop in the shower, she begging for more. Do not disturb on the hotel door. Waking the neighbors. All I want is champagne and sunshine.
I am your girl, Talisa Rae. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? We are reviewing Snowfall, season number 3, episode number 5, The Bottoms. Listen, anybody who lives in LA knows Inglewood is a separate entity, knows that is where the Lakers used to be, knows that what? The Bottoms is where the Bloods be, okay? Over there off of Crenshaw, right? And Century. Y'all better ask somebody. I'm really a LA girl. Anyway, let's do like we normally do. Let's start off with Teddy. Because there isn't much about Oso, and really Teddy didn't have a whole lot, but he had enough for us to talk about. Teddy and Julia are at the office, and they're having a conversation. Juliet, whatever her name is not to be trusted. I still say that. Her mission is really to get up in ranks, to report back to the CIA, to make sure the operation is going according to plan. She ain't for the Nicaraguan, child people. But Teddy's like, I need to protect my assets at all costs. Like, there's no question asked. But you can see Julia is not really with it. Like, she really don't care. That's not what we're here for. Well, the assets are who's helping you guys fund the Nicaraguan war. Still ain't coming out right. So as they're sitting in there talking, they look on the TV, and there is bitch ass Andre, Officer Wright, holding a press conference talking about the drug on war and guns, okay? How they confiscated, a Uzi and this and so many pounds a kilo. And I'm just like, and Julia's just like, this is a problem. Because it's a problem because there is a war on drugs. The drugs is being sold in the black communities to fund a war in another country. Somebody better say something like they know something. Well, Reed and Franklin, they meet up because they need to talk about it. And he's like, this is a problem. Reed, Franklin, cool as a cucumber. It's not a problem. I got it handled. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know nothing about it. You know what? Just trust me. You're going to have to trust me like everybody else does. Reed's like, okay. Because really, Reed sees the growth of Franklin from 2 seasons ago, okay? He sees that he is definitely turned into a powerhouse. A little later, we see Julia meets at the cafe with her manager, her boss, whoever, the employer, somebody from the CIA. He tells Julia all of Teddy's connects are expendable. Julia says, so is Teddy expendable too? Dude's like, well, he signed up for it and said that he was. So it is what it is. They can all go down. It doesn't even matter. Now, earlier, Teddy had told Julia, I need to protect Franklin. I need to keep their names out of these people's mouths. But there she is in the cafe with his file open, with everybody's files open, the Mexicans, Avi, everybody's file open, having these conversations, exposing them. She is not to be trusted. I'm ready for her to die. I know that's his baby mama and everything, and I know he still love her, but I'm ready for her to die. But they're the police, so what was I thinking? Anyway, that she was going to be loyal. A little bit later at the warehouse, Julia and Teddy are there. I don't know, they got some kind of interaction because he's busy doing something. I think it's a map. Can't really remember because it was days ago, right? But his pager goes off, and when his pager goes off, guess what? It's Gustavo saying the Mexicans been out here waiting on the drop and ain't been no drop. Where's the drop? Teddy's like, okay, I'll take care of it. I need to go holler at the Colombians. Well, honey, he goes over to the Colombians and they seem to party all the time. Party all the time. Party all the time. Okay, I should really go in the right key. But whatever. He goes in, he sits down, and he talks to Migo. I want to say that's his name. Or is he saying amigo? What is that man's name? What is the Colombian's name? What is the head Colombian dude's name? Y'all know? Drop it down below in the comments. Anyway, dude makes Teddy do 2 lines of cocaine. Pure white snow. Y'all know Teddy don't do no drugs. Hell, we ain't even seen Teddy really pick up a drink, okay? Except for when he had to kill homegirl that was asking about the girl. Remember that? Was that season 1? That was season 1. A little bit of season 2. That was the last we saw of Teddy and his wild side, okay? Nevertheless, so after he does the lines, he's all like, okay, so what's up with the drop? The drop didn't show. Homeboy's like, I want my club. No club, no cocaino. Like, what? No cocaine, no drop, no. That's what it is. And this is the one I want. He don't want one that he's starting up from the ground. Oh, no, that'd be too much like right. He wants one that's already with like Emilio Estevez in it, where they already popping. He wants that to happen. He wants them to take over one of those. Somebody, hello. He's like, you better pull some strings. We see Teddy one last time. He goes in and he meets Julia. He's talking a mile a minute because he's high as a fucking kite, okay? And he tells Julia, listen, I know I didn't want you to deal with the Colombians, but I need you now. I need you now. And the reason he needs them is why needs her, because somehow he's going to have her do something with the club. What do you know about club business? So we ain't going to see nothing about that until next episode. I feel like I'm missing something about them, but that was it. That was all of it. Okay, so after the conference and, you know, Andre decides it's time to celebrate because they got a win for the good guys. So him and his racist ass partner, they go to the bar to celebrate, to have a good time. Okay, he wants to do shots. The white man, you know, they drinks hard. They drinks shots, drink you under the table. So be careful when you're drinking with the white people, okay? With the white people. Be careful because they drinkers and will drink your ass under the fucking table. Nevertheless, beautiful girl comes up and she's, you know, friendly. But the white boy, you know, bumping him, you know, because he's a little belligerently drunk or whatever, gets a little upset. He sends him outside. Well, her and Andre hit it off. And I'm looking like, ooh, isn't this convenient? I swear in my notes right here, somewhere up in here, I wrote, ooh, this is convenient. This is a setup. Like, that's how I'm feeling in my spirit. Before, for a minute there, I had to back up. But I'm so glad I was right. I'm getting beside myself. So they hit it off and they kiki in. And he's all like, where did you come from? Because, you know, she's an elegant, classy, sophisticated, well-spoken, well-dressed black woman. It's almost like looking in the mirror. He says to her, I really wish I could take you home. Like, nigga, she was putting it on him with that kiss and that body, honey. His little penis was getting hard. He wanted to take her. I wonder if I take you home, will you still be in love, baby? Because I need you tonight. Oh. Okay, but that was him and not her. I like that song, though. Anyway, that's not what they was playing. But he ends up taking her to a hotel. And she's like, oh, this is nice. Are you a crooked cop? Are you a crooked cop? He was like, nah, it's a splurge. He takes his badge off. He takes his gun off. And he puts it in a drawer. Like, oh, but the gun has its perks. Like, that's like saying you a little crooked, though. Like, what kind of perks you get as a cop? You shouldn't get no perks. She tells him, let's take a nightcap. Let me make a nightcap. Make yourself comfortable. She pours 2 drinks. Next thing you know, new scene. He waking up, head hurting, a little groggy, looking around. He see the 2 drinks. He see the 2 glasses. But that's it. He ain't no real, listen, he ain't no detective or no shit like that. Because a detective would have been like, after he realized when he woke up that she took his wallet, that she took his, I think his wallet was in there. We knew he took the badge and the gun. He would have instantly grabbed them glasses to do, fingerprints. But he wasn't thinking ahead. All he knew is he had been got. Because he got played. She drugged his ass and took off with his shit, okay? So we pull up and we see Aunt Louie, and Aunt Louie is putting her in the car. And she did give me like the Aunt Louie vibe. You know what I'm saying? She did give me that same look with that same cocoa complexion, the same hairstyle, the same round face. Like she could have really been related to Aunt Louie. So I was feeling like maybe quite possibly they were. So while they're sitting in that warehouse, you see Aunt Louie, Jerome, and Franklin. and there's the badge, and there's the gun. They got plans. Like, I'm all like, oh, okay, they finna kill somebody with the gun. They finna set him up, get him suspended. Like, my mind started going a million miles a minute. I start getting super analytical. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We see the crew all together, and they start talking about their distribution. Where are they going to start distributing, or who they're distributing kilos to? Like, we really getting out of this little man shit and going to big daddy shit, right? And they've got somewhere for everywhere but Inglewood. And they're like, that's ran by Scully, and we don't have no connects. Fatback is like, oh, yes, we do. Leon, because Leon, you know, really ain't feeling Man Boy. Say, man, shut up. Well, we find out that Man Boy's sister is Scully's baby mama. So that's our inside. You are definitely going to have to contact Scully through Man Boy. So, Leon, I need you to go over there and make amends with Man Boy, because it's about business. Fuck all that other shit, so we can handle this. Now, at the same time, Jerome is looking real uncomfortable. He really wants to holler at Franklin. Franklin's like, I got to go get over to my mama. She's waiting on me. And, but you can see that he's uneasy, unhappy, uncomfortable. He really is giving me that vibe, that skittish vibe, like that standoffish, that I'm afraid, I'm scared kind of vibe. Back at the precinct, Andre is having his blood drawn because he knew he was drugged. But the captain's like, let me holler at you for a second. Listen, Andre, you just another nigga, okay? I don't know what made you think you was special. You just another baboon. That's how they see you. You just another nigga who dancing and entertaining them and shit with blackface. You a Sambo ass nigga. That's how they see you right now. They don't see you as the color blue. What they say, they bleed blue. They don't see color, they bleed blue. Listen, back in the 80s, they saw color. They still see color today. We ain't finna even get it twisted. You aren't on the same level as them. Let them tell it. I think that, first off, the captain, you know, the shoes on the other foot. The captain implied, well, what kind of drugs you doing? But when he was saying it, he wasn't saying it negative, because he knew that that's what they fucking did. It was like a little smirk. What kind of drugs was y'all doing? Like, be honest. So now you too righteous? Oh, you above us? Because he probably be doing lines and doing smack and all kind of shit with his wife, his girlfriend, whatever. But Andre was offended. He was like, well, you know, I'm going to have to put this up to internal affairs. Like, nigga, you thought you was in? And on top of that, he made an insinuation that, you know, oh, just because you on TV, I got to still make an example out of you. Listen, you ain't finna take the glory. We ain't finna have this black man on the TV saying that this was his bus. Oh, no, we not finna let that happen. It's gonna be mine. It ain't gonna be you. That's how I see that. Like, that's what I see. Well, Franklin and Sissy are having dinner. She didn't eat that much because she's really kind of uncomfortable about the things that are going on. Especially with the drug raids and all that. She don't want to talk about it. He tried. She's all like, no. But she did say, I found out who beat us out. And you ain't going to believe who it is, okay? Yeah, you're not going to believe it. We believe it. Scum ass nigga. Andre comes home. Remember, he been gone all night. He comes home. It's the next day. Mail is going off like, where were you? Why wouldn't you call? I was worried about you. Well, Andre know he in hot shit, so he's upset with Mail because he's in hot shit. Like, his brain is going like, what the fuck is happening? And gets upset with her. Like, I'm the man. Don't question me. Well, she was worried. She was rightfully so worried. Dad, you ain't talk. This ain't like you. This ain't your regular stilo. This ain't your get down. Oh, you left your bag on top of the car. When he goes out to get his bag, Franklin is coming out of Sissy's house. They lock eyes. And to me, I felt like it was unspoken. Like, yeah, nigga, that was me. And like, it was like, yeah, nigga, I know it was you. Like, to me, it was unspoken. Like, we know, I know you did this to me, and I'm confirming that I did it, and watch your fucking back, and you watch your back. Like, that to me felt like an unspoken dialogue. Like, we got beef, and I know it's you. I don't know. Y'all agree with that? Let me know down below in the comments. Like, I felt that in my spirit. Like, I felt like, all right, y'all. Because y'all seen it before. You be having that unspoken dialogue with people, too. Let's keep going. Because this is a lot I got written down. Like, it's a lot. Sorry that it's long. So, wouldn't you know it, Franklin and Sissy go to the office of the person who outbid them. And wouldn't you know it, it's that scumbag ass Arnold that she used to work for, that slumlord ass Arnold, who I also thought he was sliding up in her panties every now and again. Y'all remember that from season 1? Did you get that vibe? I got that vibe that he was, digging her guts out because she felt like she had to. Y'all act like y'all don't know nothing about that. I just want to thank the Lord that I have never had to stoop down to those levels to take care of my children. They go in there politely. They say to him, you outbid us by $40K. Listen, we want to offer you $50,000 for doing nothing. Just rescind your offer so that we can get it. He's all like, why didn't you outbid? And it's a whole lot of stuff. He's also insinuating like, okay, so what? Y'all run into some money. How can you afford to give me that? Like, he's making insinuations while they're talking. But pretty much says, I'm not going to give you shit. You ain't finna come in here and strong arm me. And this nigga so racist. I love the blacks. I love the blacks. The fuck you mean? I love the blacks. Y'all know what he meant. That I love the blacks. You people. It was all those kind of derogatory undertone, racism undertones that he was giving. And I was like, yeah, fuck you and the set you claim. Like, what the fuck? It was like, you people. That whole you people, now get the fuck out my office. You can't come here and strong arm me. Get the fuck out my office or whatever the fuck, however it went. But Sissy got up and sashayed on out. Franklin sat there. He knew Franklin was still in there because he turned their back on him. He turned his back on them, which is definitely a sign of disrespect. Like, you beneath me. Like, I ain't really got to watch you. What you gonna do? Franklin sat there like, Sissy, come on, Franklin. I was like, look at this. Franklin is the man. I love a man that looks good in a suit. And that black man looks amazing in a suit. He got the right walk. He got the right stand. He got the right attitude. Like, he looks good in a suit. A well-made, tailored suit. Literally. I know he only like 20, 21. But this all like, okay. So, when they walk out, Sissy's like, you think that it? He was like, yeah. Like, it was all a setup. Like, it's all calculated with Franklin. Everything he's doing is calculated. It's well thought out. He is executing. Like, he is really planning ahead. It's like directions. Go this, go this, go this. Like, I'm looking at the directions way before we get there. Like, I'm all like, come on, Franklin, because that's how bosses have to think. 5, 10, 15, 20 steps ahead of you. While Andre is sitting in front of the IA, honey, being grilled, they're asking him, well, did you know the woman before? Have you ever seen her before? Was there any money exchanged? He gets upset. Like, what? What are you insinuating? He was like, well, they were like, well, listen, we've already got 3 complaints about you for excessive force, Jerome. For destroying property, Jerome. For holding a woman for 24 hours without cause, where she had to go pee in a bucket, Aunt Louie. You understand me? So they was like, so we're questioning your ethics, your moral fiber, your conduct. We have to look at all this, and the union representative is all, let's stay at the you just gonna let this happen. Let's discuss what's happening at hand. Franklin knew he wanted to get his ass the fuck out of there. He was like, I can't kill a cop, but I can show him, make him be off duty. So here we go. Egyptian lover. Okay, I'm ahead of myself. But Man Boy takes Leon and Fatback to go see Scully, and they going into the bottom. And Mel Boy's like, listen, you can't go in there being all, tough guy and shit. Check your attitude, because this nigga is crazy, like for real crazy. Like, all of that ain't gonna work. Act like you at your mama house. Give him that kind of respect. I was like, oh, okay. So when we get to the door, who is it, honey? I was like, yes. I'm glad to see he's working. He is actually an LA native. It is, if you know, it is Stacy from the Wood. Y'all know Stacy from the Wood? Real name, DeAndre Bonds. He always plays a hood nigga, normally a blood. But it's perfect because he in the bottoms, and the bottoms is full of bloods. Well, when they walk in, music is blasting. Egyptian lover, baby. Egyptian lover. Like, okay, like, that's when we was doing the freak. Anyway, so when they go in and they sit down, shit, you take a look around the place. The place looked like, it looked like a spot. It's got, guns, bullets, loud music, drugs, grenades, all over the table. Okay? But Scully is happy to see Man Boy. Like, oh, look at you looking all grown. Woo, wop, wham. And I want y'all to know that Stacy looking old as shit. Like, what's up, Stacy? Was you on drugs? What happened to you? What happened to Stacy? I don't know any of my LA natives. What's up? What happened with Stacy? Because he looking ran the fuck down. Like, I mean, he wasn't ever attractive to me, but he just looking ran down. So while they sitting there, he cleaning out his ears, I guess, with some shit. But he was like, you hear that? Do you hear that? I don't hear that. You don't hear that. Nobody hears nothing. I'm all like, what the fuck? Do you hear that? What we listening for? He said, turn the music down. I still don't hear shit. He opens up that bathroom door, and there's somebody tied up and mouth covered, and they're like, you know, like, help me. Fuck you mean? Nigga crazy. Shut your bitch ass up. Like, literally goes off. Really, I don't know if he was dead or not after he finished fucking him up. The way that blood was splattered all on him and he was sitting down. Leon was looking at that nigga like, damn, he crazy. I'm all like, but Leon, y'all, you forget what y'all did to homeboy that raped them boys? Y'all forget? Remember them boys that stole that shit from them back in season 1 and they went and saw it? You remember that? And then you had to kill him. Y'all remember that? I can't remember his name, but y'all remember it was episode 3 or 4 of season number 1. We was all like, God damn. Like, oh, this is raw. Like, y'all remember that or no? When he took his ass, y'all remember that or no? Of course you do. Of course you do. If you haven't, go find it on demand. Go check my review out. Because that shit was harsh, okay? So he tries out the product because he's like, we get our shit from the Mexicans for $9K. You know, it's pure. We pure. He has the homeboy try it out. He was like, yeah. Well, we don't see no more of them. All we see is Leon looking like. See, now Leon really is from the streets. You know, he raised in the projects. Anybody who lived, grew up, knew somebody, hung out in the projects, know that you have to be a different caliber of person in the projects, okay? Well, when they go back to report to Franklin, you know, Leon's like, the nigga has somebody in the bathroom. Like, everything's all gravy to you, that nigga in the bathroom. But he want 20 keys, and he told, you know, he asked Manboy, listen, can you handle it? Manboy's like, yeah. So he was like, go handle that. But Leon looking at Franklin like, okay, so now you got this nigga being part of distribution? Like, that's my shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't like Manboy. He don't trust Manboy. And he showing the fuck don't trust Scully. Like, I get that the money is going to be good. You want 20 keys? I don't know. I can't remember. I think that was 20 keys a week. That means you moving real product, okay? Real serious product out there in the fucking, in the bottoms. I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, I get it from a business standpoint. Get all the money. Go get the money. Go get the money. Like, I get it. But I'm with Leon like, it's all well and dandy till you the motherfucker in the bathroom. Sounds like that. To me, that's just a setup for us to see that one of them motherfuckers going to be the one in the bathroom. Well, back at the house, Mel, who going to be strung out, is getting her sugar booger, excited that it was in there, put it in her purse. Her daddy comes in and surprises her ass and is like, you leaving in 2 days. Pack up your bags. You leaving in 2 days. You going to stay with your auntie in Atlanta until it's time. She confused, want to ask questions. He's like, don't question me. He didn't went crazy. He crazy in the back of his mind. We don't really know why, but we do. We can speculate, but he crazy. Let's just go on through it. Mel takes her ass over to the projects to tell her homegirl, you know, that my dad is tripping. I got to pack my bags. I got to leave in 2 days. Well, Shawn comes up and said, one time, I thought Shawn was her friend. Wasn't Shawn with her at the roller rink? Like, Shawn's like, one time, it's your fault. My cousin was part of the raid, blah, 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 walking up on her. Listen, Mel is not about that life. Like, Mel don't even have round edges. She all the way square. She walking away with her back turned. The girl walking up on her. Like, everybody knows that that's not that ain't how that works. Everybody knows, bitch, you don't turn your back. Next thing you know, her ass get knocked the fuck out. I'm thinking at least they're going to show her holding her own, so we're going to have to wait till next week to see that. But that old sneak attack from the back, you turn around and she just knock you in your face, you ain't about that life. Keep your little ass out the projects, girl. Keep your ass out of the projects. I also want to tell y'all that 2 people said to me in my inbox that they thought that Mel was the crackhead at the beginning of episode 1 that was running after the car. Y'all remember that? So I had to rewind it a couple times because that wasn't her. But she is going to be strung out. So we see 2 fat-ass white boys, will be Billy Badasses. We see them walking up to Sissy's house. The next thing you know, we see Arnold going into his office that had been broken into. We see him go into his actual office, get ready to unlock the door, but it was open. We see them 2 Billy Badass white boys tied up and fucked up. Like they look like they almost dead. Laid out on the ground. Message received. Don't send nobody to my motherfucking house. Why would you even do that? Like, but they knew he was gonna do some old treacherous ass, sneaky ass, you know, old bust ass type shit. They knew that. They was ready for his ass though, wasn't they? We see Franklin, he's taking a nap, having a nightmare. I don't know what that game is called when you spin the gun, and because it's not roulette. Or is it roulette and not Russian roulette? Because roulette, that is the wheel, right? I'm not sure. I think it's roulette with the gun. And it ends up pointing and he gets shot by Andre. Like that was a no. That's what we saw. He was dreaming. When he wakes up, or wait, or whatever, he wakes up and Sissy's like, you all right? You were talking in your sleep. You know, Sissy is uncomfortable, right? She tells him we have acquired they have rescinded their offer. We have acquired the property. But she is uncomfortable about the methods used to get the property. You know, that man, that strong arming. And Franklin had to remind him, wait a minute, he treated you like a slave, like you was his property. And on top of that, he sent them motherfuckers here. So it's on them. That's on them. They came like they was Billy Badasses. So last 2 things. Jerome finally gets a chance to sit down with Franklin. And he, you know, Franklin kind of knows what he wants to talk about. Cuts him off at the pass and says how much he appreciates him and how he took that beating. And he knows that it was hard and how he couldn't do it without him. Because he know how people want, when they go through something like that, they want to back out. He cut him off at the pass because right out of Jerome's mouth was, well, you know, you and Sissy have the real estate and Louis got the club. All I got is jamming Jerome's, and I want to focus on that because he wanted out. Nobody wants to get their ass kicked like that. Nobody wants to have to go through that, but he was protecting his woman, and I commend him for that. But somehow Franklin has convinced him to stay with it. Y'all think Jerome gonna die? Like, to me, this is like always a setup. Like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna get caught in the crossfire and be the one dead, knowing that he should have got out? Like, because you know when people be feeling like they should get out, something tragic happens. They go to jail or they die. Anyway, then we see Andre, who meets up with his partner, Nix. Because I didn't know his name, but I know it now. He meets up with Nix and tells Nix, listen, I was suspended. Let me drink my tea. You needed to be suspended. Fuck you, Andre. So he was like, but while I'm suspended, get your family out of here. I need you to do me a favor. Because Franklin is not living with his uncle or his mother. I want you to find out where he lays his head. Now, Franklin's a boss and he makes really wise decisions, but he is not as aware of his surroundings as I feel like he should be. So this might be the thing that is his downfall. He getting Mel out of there. He told him to get his family out of there for a little while. They're coming for him. They want him dead. They want him out. They want to plant some shit on him. Let's see what happens, y'all. He was like, he's being protected from high up. Even Jerome know he can't be touched because it's high up. Jerome. Even Andre understands that he can't be touched because he's high up on the totem pole. Okay, y'all. Well, that kind of ended the episode. I'm looking forward to next week to see what's happening. They gave us a little snippet, and of course, I've forgotten all of what the snippet was, but we in for a good time. I am your girl, Talisa Rae. Thank you so much for watching my review of Snowfall, season number 3, episode number 5, The Bottoms. Listen, if it's your first time visiting my channel, don't walk away without clicking that red subscribe button, becoming a ray of sunshine, and then also clicking the notification bell. Why? Because you want to come back. You want to catch my Snowfall reviews, even though I'm struggling to have them up on time. And for me, just because you like me, give me a thumbs up, and I'll know it's real. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you on the next video.